they want to throw you to the wayside.
I mean, it just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and once you get around, they don't be what they say what they portray to be.
That set you off because he was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me.
In the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Tensions are rising ahead of Gervonta "Tank" Davis's fight against Isaac "The Royal Storm" Roach, with Floyd Mayweather now getting involved in Roach's camp. Davis, feeling betrayed by his former mentor, has expressed frustration over Mayweather's involvement, especially as Mayweather has questioned his loyalty. As the fight nears, this unexpected development has only added fuel to the fire, sparking fresh speculation about Mayweather's true intentions in the boxing world. Recently, Tank Davis opened up about his relationship with Mayweather, sharing how he felt betrayed over time. During an interview, the host discussed how people sometimes place others in positions of opportunity, often for their own gain, only to discard them once they are no longer useful. Though the host was careful to note they weren't directly accusing Mayweather, they spoke more broadly about the dynamics that play out in such situations.
In the world, he came and got Tank, and it's like, yo, that's what we needed when they talking to Baltimore. And like as time go on, again, I have no idea, you correct me at any time, but we see like just little back and forth between y'all two. And again, I have no idea, bro, so you can always stop me and correct me, we can, whatever. But I'm looking at like, it's crazy how people can put you in opportunities, right? But and I don't want to misspeak, but it just seems like, it's because I've experienced it, people can, and maybe not with Floyd, so let me just preface that. It's like people can put you in opportunities because they can, but it's all to help them out. And then when you're not useful for them no more, they want to throw you to the wayside.
I mean, it just...
Tank responded by saying that when people get close to someone they once looked up to, they often start seeing the real person behind the image. The reality doesn't always match the idealized version they had in their mind, which can be a tough and painful realization. He admitted that it hurt him, but ultimately, it motivated him to go his own way and pursue his path independently.
I mean, it just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and once you get around, they don't be what they say they is or what they portray to be. Damn, man, like, that. So you be more so hurt, you know, so it's like, I just go my own way, like I do my own thing. That's more so. And that's cool. It's just like you just don't vibe with like what they on. And that's, you know. I mean, I've been in a situation where like, you know, I was in a lose-lose situation. What came out still on top
With Floyd? You said, oh, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Tank then explained that his situation with Floyd felt like a lose-lose for him. When asked to clarify, he recalled a pivotal moment early in his career, his first world title fight at just 21 years old with a 16-0 record. At the time, he hadn't fought in 7 or 8 months and was only earning around $10,000 per fight. Being kept inactive for so long left him at a disadvantage and vulnerable to losing. Tank suggested that Floyd may have intentionally put him in that tough position, expecting him to fail. However, despite the odds, Tank emerged victorious. His comments imply that he felt Floyd saw him more as a business asset than a true protege, setting him up for challenges that could have derailed his rise. This experience solidified Tank's belief that he needed to take control of his own career instead of relying on others.
What came out still on top
With Floyd? You said, oh, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean? You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
My first title. I was 16 and 0. 16 and 0. 16 and 0. And 21 time. And I haven't fought 7 6 months is crazy for not fighting. Listen, when they came back and was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter because he wasn't the driver. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. So I had to fight him. And listen, all that happened. Got evicted. Had to sell my drug. So now, and remind you, I'm letting the boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game.
Tank always listened to Floyd Mayweather's advice, accepting everything he said without question. Their relationship was built on trust, with Floyd guiding him through his career. However, over time, things changed, and the two had a falling out, which strained their bond. Now, Tank no longer follows Floyd's advice or seeks his guidance as he once did. The tension between them escalated further when Floyd was seen getting involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's upcoming fight. Tank felt betrayed, questioning why his former mentor would align himself with someone he was about to face in the ring. This isn't the first time Tank has felt frustrated with Floyd's actions. He also didn't like when Floyd gave advice to Frank Martin before his fight, which made Tank feel as though Floyd was no longer on his side, but instead supporting fighters who were against him. With the fight against Roach approaching, Floyd's involvement has only added more drama. Fans are now questioning whether Floyd's move was intentional or if he simply doesn't see himself as part of Tank's team anymore. Either way, Tank has made it clear that he doesn't appreciate it. The strong bond between them now seems beyond repair, and Tank is focused on moving forward without Floyd's guidance. He's proving that he doesn't need Floyd in his corner to dominate the boxing world.
He just gave me good, great words. He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and, you know, like have me on the right track. You know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back. Always, you know what I mean? So as always, there'll be love for Floyd Mayweather.
All right, as we get ready to let you.
While Tank was still under Floyd Mayweather's promotion, Floyd also trained Frank Martin, who would later become one of Tank's opponents. This raised eyebrows, as Floyd was supposed to be guiding Tank's career but was also working with a potential rival. Even then, Tank didn't question Floyd's actions, trusting his mentor completely. However, looking back, it now seems as though Floyd may have been setting up challenges for Tank rather than fully supporting him.
Young fighters, he loves to embrace guys, so what was being around talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting? And has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, because 9 out of 10, we know your opponent's sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge. You know, like, because you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. You know, it could be little things that'll take you to the next level. You know, that Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heed to it, and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He can show you something, you know, and it could be the same thing. You know, you might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of like feel about yourself.
Frank Martin openly shared how Floyd Mayweather's advice motivated him ahead of his fight. Known for his strategic mindset, Floyd gave Martin key insights that helped him prepare at a higher level. Martin expressed how valuable the advice was, saying it gave him a new perspective and boosted his confidence in the ring. However, Tank saw this situation differently. Floyd wasn't just offering general advice, he was sharing strategies that Tank himself had used in the ring. This raised suspicions that Floyd might have been setting Tank up to lose by guiding Martin. Instead of just helping another fighter, Floyd seemed to be preparing someone specifically to counter Tank's style. This situation deepened the tension between Tank and Floyd. Tank had once trusted Floyd's guidance completely, always following his advice. But over time, their relationship soured. Seeing Floyd give strategic tips to someone he could potentially face made Tank question Floyd's true intentions. It wasn't just about mentoring another fighter, it felt personal. Tank no longer saw Floyd as someone in his corner. Now, he's moving forward without relying on his former mentor. He's learned that in boxing, loyalty is rare, and even those who once stood beside him might not always want to see him succeed. Tank is now determined to prove himself, showing that he can dominate the ring on his own terms, without Floyd's guidance.
I'm from Baltimore, he's not from D.C. That's what I learned. I thought he was from D.C. too. D.C. my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
We're gonna feel all this shit we gotta do. Look, hey Tank, we're gonna go 35 for 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m.
Floyd Mayweather was once a strong supporter of Tank Davis. He brought him into his team, guided him, and helped shape him into the champion he is today. Floyd provided Tank with the opportunities, advice, and exposure that many fighters only dream of. In return, Tank remained loyal, always listening to Floyd, following his guidance, and trusting that Floyd had his best interests at heart. Their relationship went beyond boxing, it was built on mentorship and respect. However, over time, things began to change. The trust that once existed between them slowly started to fade. The real issue wasn't just that Floyd worked with other fighters, but that he seemed to position himself against Tank. Supporting Frank Martin was one thing, but actively giving him strategic advice, knowing that Martin could one day face Tank, made Tank question Floyd's true intentions. It no longer felt like mentorship, it felt like betrayal. Then, when Floyd got involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's upcoming fight, that became the breaking point for Tank. It confirmed that Floyd was no longer on his side. It wasn't about helping other young fighters, it felt more like Floyd was working against him, someone he once considered his own. This is what hurt Tank the most, not just that Floyd was training others, but that he was giving Tank's potential opponents the tools to beat him. Tank had once seen Floyd as a mentor, someone who would always have his back. But now, he realizes that he must stand alone. He's no longer seeking Floyd's guidance and has stopped expecting loyalty from him. The real pain comes from the betrayal, not just losing a mentor, but realizing that the man who once supported him is now working against him.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
We want to know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
On a recent podcast, Tank Davis opened up about his frustrations with Floyd Mayweather, revealing that many people don't see what's truly going on behind the scenes. He made it clear that Floyd isn't just mentoring other fighters, he's actively working against him. According to Tank, the public only sees surface-level interactions, but behind closed doors, Floyd has been making moves that feel like a direct attack on his career. Tank explained that this isn't just about Floyd supporting other boxers, it's about Floyd positioning himself in ways that seem intentionally harmful to Tank. Whether it's giving strategic advice to Frank Martin or getting involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's upcoming fight, everything feels personal. Tank believes Floyd is purposely going against him, but many fans and insiders don't fully understand the situation. During the podcast, Tank made it clear that he's no longer looking to Floyd for support or approval. The days of following Floyd's advice without question are over. He sees what's happening now and is ready to move forward on his own. While he acknowledged that Floyd helped him in the past, he made it clear that the loyalty he once felt is no longer there. Tank also hinted that there's more to the story than the public knows, suggesting that if people paid closer attention, they'd see how Floyd has been undermining him. While Tank didn't reveal all the details, his words left no doubt he feels betrayed and is done pretending everything is fine. Now, he's focused on his career, proving that he doesn't need Floyd's backing to stay on top of the boxing world.
Now, how are you feeling? We're pretty close. We're pretty close to it. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. Show much first.
Tank Davis didn't hold back when discussing his relationship with Floyd Mayweather. He stated that Floyd doesn't realize how close Tank is to surpassing him. According to Tank, Floyd sees what's happening but refuses to accept that Tank is just one step away from reaching his level. Instead of supporting him, Floyd seems to be working against him, as if trying to slow down Tank's rise. Tank acknowledged Floyd's legendary status in the sport but made it clear that times have changed. He believes he's on the verge of claiming the top spot, and maybe that's what's bothering Floyd. Instead of embracing his success, Floyd appears to be setting up obstacles, like giving Frank Martin strategic advice or getting involved in Lamont Roach's camp before Tank's fight. To Tank, these moves don't seem random, they feel intentional. Tank expressed that if Floyd truly believed in him, he wouldn't be trying to position other fighters against him. But regardless, Tank is focused on his own career and confident he's on the right path. He knows that soon, people won't be talking about Floyd's era, they'll be talking about Tank's. Tank made it clear that he's no longer chasing Floyd's approval. The difference between them now is that Floyd is holding on to the past, while Tank is looking toward the future. In Tank's mind, it won't be long before he's not just competing at the highest level, he'll be sitting at the very top, in the same spot Floyd once occupied. But this time, it will be Tank's own legacy, built without Floyd's help.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
On a recent podcast, Tank Davis made a bold claim, saying he believes he's more talented than Floyd Mayweather. However, he quickly walked it back, not wanting to directly compare himself to the boxing legend. Instead, Tank refocused the conversation on the current generation of fighters, making it clear that, skill for skill, no one can match him. He confidently stated that no one fighting on TV right now can mess with him, believing that his skills, power, and fighting IQ put him ahead of everyone in the sport today. While many continue to compare him to Floyd, Tank wants people to understand that he is in a league of his own. By retracting his comment about being more talented than Floyd, Tank avoided directly disrespecting his former mentor. But his message remains clear: he sees himself as the most skilled fighter in boxing right now, regardless of past legends. Tank's confidence is nothing new, he's always believed in his abilities, but after multiple dominant performances, he feels his claims are undeniable. While Floyd's legacy is secure, Tank is focused on building his own, proving that he doesn't just belong at the top, he is the top. As Tank prepares to fight Lamont Roach, he's ready to demonstrate just how powerful he is. While some critics are calling this fight a cherry pick, the reality is far different. Roach is a champion in his own right. This fight isn't just about Tank defending his status, it's about proving a point. With all the tension surrounding this fight, the stakes feel even higher. Rumors have surfaced that Floyd Mayweather has been training Roach, or at least giving him advice. Whether or not these rumors are true, they only add fuel to the fire, making the matchup even more intense. Fans are now seeing this fight as more than just another title defense, it's a statement. Tank isn't just stepping into the ring to win, he's stepping in to show that no strategy, no game plan, and no outside influence can bring him down. Tank has already addressed the situation with Floyd and how he feels about the alleged betrayal, but words alone won't suffice. The fight is his real opportunity to show who he is and why no one in boxing can touch him. He's made it clear that no opponent's strategy can break him, and no mentor's advice can stop him from dominating. With all eyes on this fight, fans expect Tank to prove, once and for all, that he is the best in the game. Whether or not Roach is receiving extra help, Tank is determined to show that nothing can stop him. This fight isn't just about defending a title, it's about silencing the doubts and proving that he is untouchable in the boxing world.
I feel like my skill is way better than like Floyd. I am on my game. Well, not that I am. But skill for skill, none of these guys can match me. Nobody on the team is fighting right now and more skill. Nobody. Like, talking about top to bottom, this fight, this fight. So what did I do? I got some last night, because I can't see you make posts on the story like fight. My biggest fan, I don't know that embarrassed. What you do was like me not doing my job. I was supposed to been a cat. It gets me all so bad. I get upset.
That's all for today's video, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.